So let's keep the same energy
All
going, I feel
right.
like.
I'm ready. I'm hyped.
And yeah, so namaste and welcome back to another episode of the Sapient. Guys, today we have Lawson on the show, and we have already spoken for like 5 minutes, and our energies are so fucking high that it would take a fighter jet to reach their altitude. So, with that, Lawson, how are you doing and how's everything going
I'm
on?
doing good today. You got me riled up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk
Nice.
passionately about things, whether I should or not.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
Yeah,
get
guys.
canceled on Twitter. And no, I'm not going to call it
Yes.
X. I'm never going to call it X.
Yeah. X feels like weird. It sounds so satanic, like
Well, welcome to
X.
X. Ah!
Yeah.
And Elon Musk just
Yeah.
wants to be a supervillain, but he doesn't have any of the charm of a supervillain.
I feel like Elon is like a mysterious creature. He's like, I am going to do whatever the fuck I feel like,
Yes.
right? I'm going to bring a fucking sink to the Twitter's office.
Yeah, and
I'm going to put my fucking car in the space. Fuck you, red tape. Fuck you, paperwork. Fuck your laws.
yes, and that's part of why a lot of people like him. And then
Yeah.
I hear about the horse thing. Have you heard about the
Mhm.
horse thing?
Nope. What is it?
So Elon Musk
Mhm.
made a proposition to one of his like airplane attendants, and he's like, "Hey,
Allegedly.
at this point, I don't think it's alleged, considering every single woman who has worked with him has said, "Hey, yeah, he asked if he could get me pregnant." But he's like,
Mhm.
"Hey,
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. Hey, listen,
Yes.
if everyone
Thank
in the
you.
room is like, hey, that's a duck, I'm gonna think that's a duck. I'm not gonna be like, that's allegedly a duck. Um, right? But yeah, he was like, hey,
Yeah.
if you sleep with me, I'll get you a horse.
Nice.
You don't want a horse.
And
If there's one thing, okay, so A, horses are omnivorous. They will eat meat. They are not gentle
Mhm.
giants. B, horses are much
Mhm.
larger than you think. If a horse falls on you, you're going to probably die because your bones are going to be crushed.
Also, if you fall from horse, you die.
Not they're not that big, but if you fall off the horse and the horse falls too, you're done because it'll just crush your
Yes.
leg bones and stuff. And D
Mhm.
or C, horses are expensive animals. They live a
Yeah.
very long time, and
Mhm.
like they are not cheap to take care of. You know that they're
Listen, you're talking to somebody who comes from a country or a state where we love elephants.
fair, but I respect an elephant more than I respect a horse because you know
Yes,
what?
I can agree.
Horses, their legs are actually modified fingers.
Hmm.
Like literally, if you like look at the bone structure,
Yeah.
it's their fingers, which is why they
Hmm.
break so easily. And when they do,
Yeah.
doctors are most of the time like, I don't know, man.
Put him down.
Yeah, I don't know. This is $100,000 horse. But he's
Yeah.
got a boo
It's
boo.
worthless
He's got a
now.
boo boo. We're done. Horses are
Yeah.
bad.
I think it was smart from Elon's side, allegedly, if he offered a horse, because he'll be like, I would fuck you both physically and financially.
You know that's fair. Hey, I'm going to ruin you, but
Yeah.
you won't catch me working at any Tesla company anytime soon. Not unless they give me a lot of money.
Like $1 million?
I mean, I prefer like
Like
7
10?
million. You know, a
Seven's your sweet pot.
7 is my sweet spot. I like the number 7.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
7,
Same here,
yeah,
man. I love
yeah,
seven. Yeah.
7. It's a good number. It's a prime number.
Yeah.
It comes up in casinos and stuff. It's just 7 is good.
And it's a
Hot
very.
take. I will not apologize for
Uh-huh.
my opinion on Elon, and I will also not apologize for my feelings on the number 7.
Yes. I mean, number seven is very, not bold. It's not like 10 or,
Yeah, the moment you
1.
get to the double digits, you're
It sounds
like,
cocky.
mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
For $7 million, I will stop posting about Elon on Threads and Blue
Mhm.
Sky.
What if he gave you crypto of $7
I
million?
I
dollars?
don't I think crypto's a scam. And again, I'm going to get hate for this. I know I will.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay with saying crypto is a scam. I think that there's a lot of paper millionaires out there who are like, I am in
Yeah.
theory a millionaire. But
Sell it then.
if they go to try and sell that crypto, will they really be a
Yeah.
millionaire then? Probably not,
Yeah.
because you know how it works. Did you hear about the Hawk Tua
Talking
girl?
about, oh my god, exactly.
Yeah,
I was coming literally to talk about that. Exactly. Like, that's fucking
yeah.
ridiculous.
Because the thing is, crypto is great if you own a cryptocurrency, or you are the one, or if you are the one
No,
pulling the
but also
strings.
if no, but also if the crypto itself, if it's I would say put together properly with right intentions, could work.
Yeah, but the thing is that crypto is a
But not
solution.
from a
Crypto is
person.
a solution that's looking for a problem. Crypto doesn't really solve any major problem.
No, I feel like it is. It is because if you look at, let me just like, have you heard of Bolivares, right, as a currency from Bolivia?
Yes, I have heard
It
about
is
the
so,
crazy inflation going on there, and
yeah.
in
So
that
people have
case,
started to use Bitcoin and cryptos,
mhm,
right? I'm pretty sure they're not using Andrew Tate's daddy Bitcoin,
yeah, they're not using the
right?
Dogecoin.
Yeah, the Dogecoin, the fucking moon or whatever.
Yeah,
No, nobody's using that. But I feel like 99% of crypto is just like creator gets so much money.
yeah.
They're like,
Oh, hey,
nah,
did you
I'm
hear about
going
Hawk
to,
Tua coin? Yeah, you should buy it.
yeah,
And then she sells everything 2 minutes after
dude.
launch.
Loki. I feel like they deserved it.
I mean,
It
on one, I mean, it is a
Dude,
crime,
a,
but
a
also
person,
like
no, but
it's
also,
easy to fall
no,
for. It's not
I
hard
don't
to
think
fall.
it's a crime
Yeah.
though. I don't think it's a crime. That's the thing.
Mhm.
It's unregulated. No, but the thing
Mhm.
is, a person who made a vague fucking sexual joke goes on to build a crypto, and you're like, yeah, you know what? She is totally legit. How old is she, by the way? Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you fell for the Hawk Tua coin scam, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You probably should have seen it coming. But also,
Mm-hmm.
I think that she knowingly like took that money from people. And
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't think so, though, Lawson,
I think
because
she did. I think there was
have you seen
malicious
the
intent.
Do you know a YouTuber called as CoffeeZilla?
Maybe.
CoffeeZilla is like a online journalist,
Mm,
right? So he does dive into this cryptos thing, and I saw his and a couple of others
mm,
actually talk to the person and go through all the legal channels. Apparently, she was paid, right? She
mm,
was paid 200K to prop up the coin, and then the pull rug they did, she was supposed to get 50% of that, allegedly 50% of that.
mm.
And in CoffeeZilla's video at the end, her lawyers, attorneys reached out to this journalist asking to have offline conversation. You know what that means. Um, so apparently she did not get the 50%, allegedly. And they formed a whole corporation and trust in Cayman Islands to
Of course.
safeguard the money. It's a Logan Paul did it,
Yeah.
you
At
know
a certain point, if you
allegedly.
have enough money, you can get away with
Yeah.
whatever you want. Look at
Yeah.
Look at Luigi Mangione, the
Mhm.
guy who allegedly shot the United Healthcare CEO.
Yes.
It is more socially acceptable to kill people via spreadsheet than it is with a gun.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I didn't get
Yeah.
my hands dirty because
Oh, yeah.
oh, well, I just decided to deny 100% of these people's claims because I don't
Yeah.
think children should get medicine. And so if those
Yeah.
kids die, whatever. Um,
By the way, did you see his defense attorneys
I know that they're
rant in the
going like,
court?
hey, he is not guilty. And I heard that the judge is married to a former healthcare executive.
No, but also the fact that she said that no other killer in the history of
Mhm.
your country was fucking paraded like a clown and publicly like given so much fucking hype and security and hate, um, that this kid has gotten, and they're like, fuck you for doing that. Like, where is justice in
Eric
that?
Adams,
He
Eric
might have
Adams was
killed
there for
him.
the perp walk. This dude
Yeah,
shot a guy allegedly, and they hit him with a
allegedly.
terrorism charge. They didn't hit
Yeah.
Dylan Roof with a terrorism charge, and he was like, "No, I want to
Hmm.
do a terrorism."
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it is it is the
It's
people
like,
who like have control want to maintain that control, and they want to say,
mhm,
"Hey, you are not allowed to fight against the powers that be." And I'm not going to go full
yeah.
conspiracy theorist, but like there's a
Hmm.
very real like, hey, after the shooting, Elon wouldn't go anywhere without his kid. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Because
Yeah.
hey, power is afraid of the people. And maybe the people should have more power. In America, the wealth disparity is greater than it was in France during the French Revolution. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Listen, do you want to know something interesting though?
maybe.
Like, United States essentially was built on rebellion, right?
Yes.
In US law, there is a punishment for rebellion.
Yeah.
So they're like, it's only fair when we do it.
Basically, yeah. And if you have, I've seen studies that straight up talk about how Americans just do not trust authority, like hands down. Categorically, the average American does not trust the government. They don't trust the authority. They don't trust their neighbors. They don't trust anybody. And that's a very American thing. And we're also, of course, the country with the most guns per capita. So
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. So you guys have more guns than people.
Oh,
Um,
almost definitely. Everyone that I have
yeah.
ever known who has a gun has at least 3.
I would too. Yeah. I would too have at least three,
I
you know.
I don't own any guns.
Mhm.
I would rather buy a gaming PC and play a
Yeah.
lot of video games, which I do regularly.
Hmm. Along with the shotgun. That makes
I mean,
sense.
listen, the shotgun is my favorite weapon in video games. I'm also a video game shotgun defender. I think they're good. I like the boom.
Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah. So which video games do you play?
Recently I've been playing a lot of Helldivers 2. Um,
Hmm.
it's been really good, and they very much seem to be like in tune with what the players are asking for, which has been nice.
Hmm.
I've gotten back into No Man's Sky because they had their 8-year anniversary, and I'm like, did they fix this game? And they did. They
Hmm.
made the game a lot better with time and effort and elbow grease.
Hmm.
And aside from that, I also just started playing Balatro, which I believe was Game of the Year,
Hmm.
which is a weird, like, poker game. It's weird, but it was also like $15, so it could be worse.
Yeah. For $15, you could get Rust or Daisy
I could.
or 7 Days to Die.
I have played a lot of 7 Days to Die recently because they had their 1.0 update, and it
Hmm.
was like, wow, you've spent 13 years on this?
Yeah. Good.
Where's the game, guys? Where's the
Yeah.
game?
Where's the game?
Where's my
I
game?
bought it on Steam. I refunded it in like 6 hours.
Yeah. I did not. I've been playing with a mod pack called Rebirth, and that's been fairly fun. It
Hmm.
brings back the original like skill-based leveling, aka you do a thing and you get better at it, and not what
Hmm.
the fun pimps have now been using, which is you go into an abandoned house and then you read a bunch of books and then you're better at stuff. And which is it's the
Well,
new game loop. It's look for more books in a pile in a swamp. Because that's
yeah.
why I play a
It's
zombie game, to read books in a
yeah, to
swamp.
read books. Yeah, when I could be doing that in fucking real life.
Yeah, knowledge is power, man. I can go and get an encyclopedia or something. I got nursing textbooks on my shelf. I could read those and become a better person. I'm not going to,
Yeah,
but I could.
at least you have the accessibility to do so.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people have stopped playing like GTA 5 and GTA 5 online,
Yeah, I've heard that
right?
community is like crazy intense. But I don't. I'm
Oh
like
yeah,
GTA
I,
6
I have
is
been in that
yeah. GTA
community.
6 is coming out.
It's
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 around the
crazy.
corner, right?
Dude, let me tell you this, right?
Mhm.
Let me tell you this. It's harder to become a fucking doctor or a medic on a GTA RP server than in real fucking life.
I would not doubt that, honestly.
Yeah, because they're like you need to have 100 hours of gameplay. You also need to fucking do reincarnation of people. And also you have to be like a part-time Jesus. I feel like if you want to be a medic, so are you up to the job? And you have to be online like 6 hours a day. I'm like, motherfucker, that sounds like a real job.
Yeah, I'm good. I already like I have a wife, I have a cat, I have a pretty okay life here. I don't need another job that I put that
Yeah,
kind of time into. And if I did,
exactly.
I would put it in something like car mechanic simulator where I could learn something
Yeah.
useful.
Hmm. Yeah, or I'd probably fix up a real car.
So I have played car mechanic simulator, and I
Uh-huh.
can't actually look inside of my car and be like, oh, that's what that is.
Yeah,
Huh.
exactly. You did learn something.
I learned something despite it being a game. I'm like, oh hey, cool.
Yeah.
You need brakes. Your
Mm-hmm.
car needs brakes and it needs an
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah. It's amazing, right? That there was this study recently that they said that people who play video game on a regular basis,
Mhm.
right, have allegedly again
Yes.
have less chances of ending up with
Mhm.
neuroimmune diseases when you're old.
Not surprising. For a lot of
Yeah.
people, they will get into
Hmm.
a habit, they will get into a routine, and they will just do that
Yeah.
same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And
Yeah.
one of the big parts of being human is you have to learn. Depression,
Yeah.
like, is often characterized as in your brain does not want to make new connections. You get stuck in a rut.
Yeah.
I've struggled with
Hmm.
a lot of depression in my time. I can attest to that for a fact, which is why it's
Yeah.
important to go and do new things. And video games, at the very least,
Yes.
will be like, hey, here's a new
Hmm.
challenge. Here's something new you
Yes.
need to overcome. And if you don't overcome it,
Hmm.
well, you lose.
Also, Lawson, if you really think about it, imagine the amount of memory that a video
Mhm,
game takes in your brain. You have to remember all the skill charts, you have to remember all the weapons,
mhm.
all the attachments, and not to mention fucking million maps and
Oh yeah.
nooks and
I've
crannies in
been
them.
playing the finals recently, which is from
Hmm.
former Battlefield devs. Free to play, very good, fully
Hmm.
destructible environments, and yeah,
Nice.
it's like a class based shooter. So,
Hmm.
highly recommend.
Yeah, for shooters, I play Arma 3.
Oh, I've heard really good things about Arma 3.
Yeah. I mean, it's like very fucking real in terms of
Yeah,
physics and.
no, the realism is the selling point, right? That's why you're playing an
Yes,
Arma
yes.
game.
Yeah, but there are servers which are more like shooter based, like FPS, like bullshit.
Yeah.
But Arma is really good if you're looking for something that's real.
Hmm.
And allegedly and apparently and fucking full notice,
Hmm.
there are a lot of militant groups that train on Arma through
I
VR
mean,
because it's so realistic.
allegedly, but you know what? A lot of these like people that are training are doing. They're not doing
Hmm.
push-ups. Listen, so I've been on Twitter. I've seen the people that are like, "We need revolution now." And I'm like, I do not think you can run a mile in 10 minutes. I do not think you can run a
Yeah,
mile in 20 minutes. Why are you talking
yeah.
about how you're going to
No, but
rise up?
also the question should be, can you lift your own weight?
Yeah, hey, can you do a pull-up?
Yeah.
How heavy do you think a gun is? Because a gun is probably heavier than you think. And you got to have
Yes.
ammo and you got to have supplies.
Hmm.
There's a reason that
Yeah.
being in the military is a career because you have to be good at it.
Yeah. Now, in terms of military, are you seeing what's going on in South Korea?
Oh, with the attempted coup,
Yeah.
I've
It was not even attempted coup though. It's like the president said, you know what, guys?
martial
I think I'm set
law.
for life.
It's time for
Yeah.
martial law. And then everyone
Yes.
looked at him like he was that weirdo in 7th grade who said that I'm going to turn
Yeah.
into a dragon. And everyone was like,
Yeah.
dude, shut up. And now,
Do you know why that happened though?
yeah,
Because he bought in martial law,
mm,
and he said the South Korean army is going to enforce it,
yeah,
right? But that piece of shit forgot that in South Korea, like serving in army is not like on conscription, it's like mandatory.
yeah,
It's not like choice. And people were like, dude, I got more experience. I got more, you know, resources than you
mm,
as a common man.
yeah.
So how would you shut the fuck up?
Hey, again, the average person, no average guy in South Korea knows
Mhm.
how to fight. And
Yeah,
I
because
believe
they served in the same
yeah, I
army.
believe that I heard about the generals. The generals were like, "Hey, yeah, no, like we heard this order and we said no, we're not gonna do that."
Yeah, because my friend works in IT, right?
Mm,
Who is also a general. Like he knows my cheat code though.
yeah, hey, that's not gonna work. Especially
Yeah.
since wasn't it South Korea as well that also had another former president who was indicted
Mhm.
on like corruption charges and conspiracy charges.
Yeah.
Conspiracy charges. And it was this whole
Hmm.
thing and then everyone's like, "Yeah, no, she definitely did it." And then we never heard from her
Hmm.
again. Dude, you're going to
Yeah.
follow that and then try to be like
Yeah.
it's martial law time. No, they don't. The South Koreans have no time for this.
Also, when Korea was divided,
Mhm.
right? When Korea was divided initially,
Mhm.
right? A lot of people don't know this, but South Korea also wanted to be a dictatorship, but the Western powers were like, no, you won't.
Yeah.
Like people forget that. Like you're talking about the same country. Like
Yeah, it
why even try,
listen,
right?
the one thing I know about America is really nasty when we don't get our way immediately.
Yeah, and then you show why your healthcare is expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen those memes.
I've seen the memes and I've also seen like guesstimated budget breakdowns for the United States government where it's like, yeah, the Pentagon has failed multiple audits trying to figure out where all the money is going. We don't know what the US what we
Hmm.
don't know what the Pentagon's spending money on. We just know that they're spending a lot of it.
Yeah.
Which is part of why
Lawson, do you want to know something?
maybe
Pentagon Pentagon has never passed an audit.
unsurprising.
Never.
Why
Yeah.
would they have to? Who is going to
Yes.
say, who in Congress is going to stand up and say, "Hello, Mr. Pentagon, I'm going to need
Yeah.
to take away some of your tax dollars." No one's going to do that.
Yeah.
That's not how you win an
Yeah.
election.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
I
not
mean,
yet.
you certainly lose elections by giving money to Ukraine, though. That's very clear now.
I think again, a big part of it is the average American is much worse off than they were 4 years ago, and that's just due to inflation, right? Like everything costs more, like things are expensive. It's not fun. Like, and also you can see that that's been a trend worldwide, aside in like some very
Hmm.
specific places. That hey, yeah,
Like North Korea.
yeah, no, inflation hit everywhere because of a lot of things and also because of the Fed's quantitative easing, but we're not going to get into that
Yes.
because,
Hmm.
you know, fiduciary theory is a whole thing.
That's a shitstorm.
Oh, yeah, no.
That.
I
Yeah.
try to not I have decided to not try to go into politics because I know who I would be and I would be awful to deal with. Um
Hmm.
I'm good out
Nice.
here. I'm good out here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but being a congressman is the best way to make the highest amount of returns in stock
Oh
market.
yeah. Think about Nancy
So
insider trading Pelosi and how,
yeah, 860% Pelosi, allegedly.
yep, and how they
Yeah.
tried to bring up, oh yeah, Congress people can't trade stocks, and then it got shot
Yeah.
down super fast.
Very quickly.
How
Yeah.
weird is that? You know, how weird is
Yes.
it that
How
suddenly,
fair.
you know, no one
Yep.
can do this?
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Which again, it's part of why they're so mad at Luigi, my boy, the
Hmm.
people's hero, because hey, people are mad, and what he
Yeah.
allegedly did is probably more helpful than what a lot of those Congress people have done in their whole lives. Hey,
Yeah.
okay, cool. You got paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to go send more money to people that make
Yeah.
missiles that explode children. Great.
Great. Yeah.
Cool.
How can we give you more
Yeah,
money?
Luigi on the other again, if the United Health, if they approve the claims of like 50 people, right? And saved the
Yeah.
lives of 50 people, if his actions resulted in that, he has done more good in his life than the average American ever will. And that's the fact.
Yeah, but also the CEO himself.
Yeah, no, of course. Because again, murder by spreadsheet is legal in the US. Oh, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan, it was budget problems, We just had to, cut some corners. And so it's
Yeah.
fine that people have poisoned water because it's not like anyone punched anybody. Because that would be the real bad thing. The real bad thing is being mean and not actively causing harm.
Yes.
I'm just going to get off my soapbox real quick.
So it's like, if you look at the current situation of your country, have you seen those North Korean propaganda reels on Instagram?
I have not.
Oh my God, you are missing out. It's like when you move to North Korea, North Korean army will show you to your house and give you a free LED TV. Come to North Korea, settle in North Korea.
I'm good. Listen, I didn't fall for Huck to a coin. I'm not gonna fall for this. Anyone who's like, I will give you free stuff, usually lying.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's like
a free horse, It's not really free.
Yeah, but also it's like you guys lost like $200 billion in COVID, right? With the report that has come out. So yeah, maybe free, things are good for, money laundering.
Yeah, I mean, hey, why do you think crypto exists? Because, it's unregulated and people like it that way. Which is why when people are like, oh yeah, we're going to have stable coins. We're going to like do all these things that are going to make it so the US government likes crypto. The point is that it's unregulated, my guy. It's like saying, it's like Diet Coke. You're not drinking Coke to be healthy.
Yeah. No, but also do you think Bitcoin will be probably the only crypto that's going to make it out alive? Because it's used in
because it's the biggest one.
Yeah,
it's why you have people like if you look at streaming and stuff, right? Hey, yeah, like all the top streamers, I'm talking like Ninja and like video game streamers. Hey, the top 1% are going to be making it out great. The people that are not in the top 1%, some of them might get by, a lot of them won't. But the idea that you might be the next big thing, the only thing separating you from your dreams is taking that chance. That is the American dream. That
guys, by the way, you just heard Lawson, put up a script in front of you because he's a voice actor. So yeah, I mean, fuck, we never got like around to it. Actually letting people know who you actually are.
Yes. Hi, I'm Lawson Nuland. I can do it. You can do it. Sorry.
No, please, you do it.
Hi, I'm Lawson Nuland. I am an actor, comedian, and also occasionally streamer here in the United States of America. I have a lot of very strong opinions, as you have heard in the past, like 30 minutes of this episode, assuming nothing gets cut. I hope that I have made you laugh, or at the very least, I hope I have made you look me up and be like, what's this white guy talking about?
Yeah. Also, Lawson is a formal celebrity.
If I was a celebrity, my apartment would be nicer. I'd have one of those like postmodern
I don't
rooms.
think so, Lawson, because right now the trend with rich people is to look poor.
Oh yeah, but that's been a thing for like
Have you seen that trend?
That's been a thing for centuries. Like
No, no, now it's like extreme though.
Of course.
Extreme. Like billionaires want to drive like fucking broken down Chevys to show that they're rich.
I mean, hey,
I don't know how the fuck
hey,
that
you know how
works.
that works? It means people like Luigi don't notice that you're a billionaire. That's what it is. Oh, it's in fashion. No, it's called camouflage.
Yep. It's called living with people.
Yeah. I also do sound on movie sets occasionally. So that means like miking up talent and making sure everything
Mhm.
sounds good. The fact that I'm
Yeah.
very loud is also an unfortunate coincidence. So, no, when we're rolling, I
Yeah.
have to do everything in my power to be like, no, I am not allowed to speak. No, I need to be quiet. Which is why part of all why I also do acting, so that way I can be loud when I need to be. But trying to
Hmm.
like walk that tightrope is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about? Okay, I don't think you know this, but like a lot of CEOs,
Mm.
right now, are pretending to be drivers of their own car and making the driver sit in the back seat, so that if someone gets down, the poor driver.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know how much I believe that because a lot of these
uh,
billionaires, when do you think the last time they drove was? There is a
yeah, I mean they drove legally though.
the,
The last time they drove
that
legally.
that's fair. But I just think about like former presidents who leave office and then they're like, I have to buy my own groceries now. Huh.
Yes,
Hey, yeah, I think
I
the
don't
average
think so though,
billionaire
Lawson.
doesn't have to go get their own groceries. They don't have to
I
sit in
don't think.
traffic.
See, I don't think. Yeah, but not even ex-presidents have to do though. They got so much money out of lobbying.
Mm.
Do you think they would go out?
I think if they're gonna go out, they're gonna get a limo taking them to the best nightclub in. I,
Hmm.
I don't. I,
Exclusive
oh,
clubs.
100% probably. But also,
Yeah.
here's the thing: if you have a ton of money and you go to a
Mhm.
regular person club, then you can be the hero and buy everyone shots, and then you can be like,
Yes.
"I am a river to my people. I
Mhm.
have bestowed upon all of you my bounty."
Mhm. Yeah, but you do that only when you're very near to an election.
Yeah, yeah. Your average politician is not going to think about their constituents until election season.
Yeah, because uh, yeah, right now, nobody is talking about constituencies or issues.
Hmm.
It's a dry year now because election is
Yeah.
done. Now all the political machinery has gone to rest, like the sleep of 4 years.
Everyone's gonna hang out, be cool. There are gonna be
Yeah.
some people that rant about politics, and I might be one of them. But for the
Uh-huh.
most part, people are gonna get on with their lives, and they're gonna maybe say, "Hey, the government sucks. What can you do?" And
Yep.
that's
Or
that's the real American way.
they would say, this country is fucked. Help us win the election. We will help you in getting more fucked.
We hey, I hello, it's me. Your average
Yes.
politician. I promise you that I'm going to be better for you than the other guys depending on what your values are. I'm going to
Yes.
make your life
Yes.
better for
Exactly.
you slash your kids slash your dog slash your company. And then when
Yeah.
it comes
Yeah.
time, what they do is they vote to give themselves
They forget
yeah,
about you.
they forget about you. They vote to give themselves a salary increase and they say, "Oh, but if we make more money, that means that we can like resist corruption more because then the money won't be as tempting." And then they'll take the money
Yeah.
anyway.
Yes. Yep. You know who my favorite politician is?
Who?
I keep forgetting his name.
Bernie Sanders.
During this, oh my God, no. During the defund the police
Mhm.
movement, right? He made a famous quote. He said, uh, "If you believe in defund the police,
Mhm.
right? Next time you're in trouble, call a crackhead."
So here's the thing. The Black Lives Matter movement in 2020 had 7% of Americans
Uh-huh.
report as attending those protests. 7%
Yeah,
of
but
Americans
but
is like 35
Mhm.
million people, if not more. Can you imagine getting 35 million Americans to agree on anything?
I don't think it's that big.
No, it was.
What is your guy's population though?
Population of America is around 300 million.
300 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are tiny.
Okay, yes, relative to the world. We're not that
No,
big.
but
But for Americans, like who, 3/4 of Americans are overweight, right? 7%
nice.
of Americans got out into the streets to make sure
Mhm.
their voices were heard during a pandemic
Mhm.
that was killing people. And you know what the
Yeah.
Democrats did with all of that motivation and vim and vigor? The Democrats painted some sidewalks and let it be. They just were like, man, you guys are mad about cops. Anyways,
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, exactly. And also the fact that BLM was a private institution
I think
which
that
which earned shit ton of money.
well, yeah. Listen, there's
Yeah.
always it's America. There's always going to be opportunists who try and take advantage of a trend to make themselves rich. That
Yeah.
is the American way. But
Yeah.
that's still an insane number of people who were energized. Like even
Mm-hmm.
people I hadn't talked to in a decade were posting black squares on their Instagram as if that somehow mattered.
Yes, that's whole another conversation of virtual signaling.
Yeah, because again, the
Yeah.
people that didn't post the black squares were the people that I trusted more because it's like, hey, you guys are going to go
Yes.
do something and not just talk about
Mhm.
how you're a good person.
Yeah, and it's also like the those are the same people who will wish you on Facebook wall instead of actually messaging
Mm-hmm.
you. They're like, "Happy birthday, Lawson," in a fucking public manner
Yeah,
instead of actually, texting you
yeah,
or calling you and
they
saying
don't
happy
want
birthday.
to actually spend time with me, which I understand.
Exactly.
I'm a specialty dish. Um, I am not for everyone.
No, but also the fact that Facebook gives you a fucking pop up
Mhm.
which you can just click to say happy
Yeah,
birthday. You know
because it makes it easy to appear as if you care, but like
exactly.
actually caring is hard. But I know when people actually give a shit about me. Um,
Hmm.
when I was
And when was the last time your government gave a shit about you?
uh, um, hmm, hmm, hmm.
Imagine taking this much time to remember.
Nah, my priority is caring about the people that love me and the people that I love. When I
Hmm.
was, I think, 13, my mom was diagnosed
Hmm.
with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Um,
Hmm.
it was not great, but I was at the age where I'm like, society's a mistake. I'm an anarchist. Bah.
Hmm.
But people showed up. Like every
Hmm.
single day of the week, our neighbors, our friends, everyone would bring us food and stuff so we didn't have to worry about it. People were regularly
Hmm.
driving my mom to chemo, like every single
Hmm.
appointment. And so for me, like, hey, if people care about you, they will show it. Anyone can say,
Yeah.
hey, I care about you and I'm going to help you. But
Yeah.
that's much different.
To actually show
Hey,
up.
it's much different than actually having someone show up and like help you move, right? Hey,
Yes.
are you going to help me move this couch or are you going to wish me the
Hmm.
best?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's weird. That's why whenever I see this local community Facebook
Mm-hmm.
pages, like in gated communities,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you dudes live next to each other. How about you actually get the fuck out of your couch and go and talk to the person instead of posting
Because
on a
hey,
Facebook
we
wall?
live in the country with the most guns per capita where no one trusts each other.
Yeah, but I feel like you could probably go and talk to a neighbor, right? Because you must have known your neighbor for so much time.
Well,
Or if it's a newly gated community, right?
mhm.
If it's a newly gated community, you both, families moved into the houses pretty much the same time, so you both are like newbies
Yeah.
to the area.
Well, that's a big reason why a lot of people like to have kids, because after a certain point, they stop being able to make friends. And so, oh, hey, I can get to meet my neighbors by having a child who will then go talk to my neighbors. And I'm saying this as someone who does want kids. I don't want kids for that reason, but I do want kids. But no, there's a lot of people that they graduate college or they get out of high school, and then they're like,
Hmm.
how do you make friends? They don't
Yeah.
talk to another person for years.
Hmm.
Like those people,
That's why I have my podcast.
yeah, there we go. But the thing is that you're reaching for connection. You're trying to talk to new
Hmm.
people. And a lot of people just
Yeah.
don't want to do that. Why do that when you can just
Hmm.
hang out at home and watch
Yeah,
YouTube?
and talk to your anime girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can I can
Virtual
I can
girlfriend
watch
though.
anime. I can watch Rent a Girlfriend.
Yeah.
I know about that anime. I
Ha-
have never watched it and I will not condone anyone watching it.
yeah.
But
There is this trend in Japan of people marrying anime characters.
I'm not surprised, considering
Yeah,
how
it's Japan.
it. Well, it's Japan, and Japan has its whole like sociological crisis going on right now. So
Yes.
that's a whole thing. Although for some reason everyone harps on
Hmm.
Japan, but not Italy. Italy's birth rate is lower than Japan's. But
But
Italy's a white
Italy is in
country. Yeah.
EU. It's
Hmm.
EU. It's Europe Union.
Yeah. So it's not foreign and weird.
Yeah.
The number
Yeah.
of the number
There
of
is this whole
the
belief
number
of,
of doomer articles about like Japan's gonna collapse within 3 years because no one's having babies.
yeah, I think it's 2048 they're giving
They're
it.
Everyone's always saying stuff. They love to be doom and gloom about it because if
Hmm.
they're doom and gloom about a country that has a 12-hour time difference, they don't have to reconcile with any of the stuff going on at home.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's the same case with India also,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like India always, literally always has been like the
Mm-hmm.
underdog that people like, meh, India, colorful country. Whenever a person says when I say I'm from India and they say your country is very colorful, that's when I know they're bullshitting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, yeah, dude, you're just bullshitting. Like, and I'm not even surprised with that.
The kind of people that like ask for mild at a Mexican
Yeah,
restaurant, right? They can handle white people spicy, and that's it.
yeah, that's it. That's the thing. But if you look at our, the way we dealt with COVID,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you have to realize we have 1.45 billion, is that's a
Yeah,
population, and um, India like vaccinated 60% of its population in just one day in 24 hours,
yeah.
right? So when you talk about Japan, it's very much like that. Most Asian countries have always, I would say, fought this uphill battle
Mm-hmm.
where we are trying to prove to the world what we are. um, that's sad because if you really talk about it, Europe is really not a continent.
No, Europe and Asia are all one big thing. It's all one tectonic
Yeah,
plate.
it's just one fucking thing. But because of Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
Europe came out as a bigger continent,
Mm-hmm.
when like half of South America could probably populate the whole fucking Europe.
Yeah, everyone talks big about the EU, but like, hey, what has more
Yeah.
population? You think the EU or half of
Ah,
India?
yes. Or even like quarter of fucking
Yeah.
China
Oh,
or Russia.
yeah. Listen, I don't want to think about Russia. Russia is too cold for me. I was born and raised in
Mm,
Jacksonville, Florida, which means two
yeah.
things. One, I'm used to the heat. And two, I fear nothing.
Yes, that's apparent that you fear nothing. Yeah. There was this debate
Mhm,
online where they said, if you if your life depended on it,
mhm.
right? Which one animal would you pick to fight on your behalf?
Hmm.
And everybody was saying lion, tiger, fucking giraffe, elephant, and everything. I thought I would pick human.
No, no. You know why you
Yeah,
don't want to pick human?
because
Because an
why?
alligator can run at 30 miles an hour and climb trees.
Yeah, but an alligator cannot shoot though.
Hey, but our okay, but does the alligator also get a gun? Right? That's the key thing. If you want to say, "Oh,
No,
who
but
wins
the
in a
question
fight?"
is it capable of shooting it? That's the question,
Well, the
right?
thing is, hey, is like if we're going to give a weapon to both the human and the animal, right?
Yeah.
Then hey, I'm going to strap mine with a self-arming nuclear weapon and I'm going to win. My guy's going to explode too, but like
No, but the question is who is more potent,
I think
right?
on
In terms
average,
of their
I think
capabilities.
bears. I think bears, just hands down.
Yeah, I would still pick human
Mm. I think that if you
with a machine gun though.
see, here's the thing with a machine gun, I think it's a draw. Bears are like
I don't think so.
nearly bulletproof. You can shoot a bear multiple
Yeah,
times and it will keep coming at you because bears are bad.
but M249,
Yeah,
like
but
freaking
a
300
bear.
clips. Yeah, I would no, I don't think because people have hunted bears with just arrows and bows
Yeah,
and
because
crossbow.
they shot it from a distance and then they ran away and let it bleed out. If you are trapped in like a 10 by 10
That's
room,
what you would do. Yeah, see, you are building up walls. I'm talking about just in real life.
in
If
the
you had
world,
to,
yeah, I mean, in that case, humans are at the top of the food chain. But I do
right? Because we are the best version of pests.
I think it's that you ever play a video game and you just like pick one skill every single time and you're like, I'm gonna be the best
Yeah.
at this? Humans did that with throwing, and that's how we got where we are. All of our greatest
Mhm.
achievements, bows and arrows,
Mhm.
guns, going to the moon, it's all just throwing
Mhm.
things in an arc. Yes.
Projectiles.
Yeah,
That's the better
you
term.
yeah, you think about what a rocket is? It is us throwing a hunk of metal at God and saying, "See you later, buddy."
Fuck you.
That's what a spaceship is. It is a Hail Mary to
Yes,
the
yes.
heavens. And that's what
Yeah,
humans are good
yeah.
at. Humans are incredibly good at throwing
Yes.
things, and that's the only reason we're on top because we had to develop
Yeah.
better arms, better posture,
Hmm.
everything in the aims of becoming good at throwing stuff with accuracy.
Yes, and throwing stuff at each other too.
Oh yeah, hey,
All the
welcome to
time.
war. Wherein, all
Yeah.
right, cool. I gotta get my artillery, and in order to
Mhm.
properly hit my artillery, I'm gonna need to calculate the
Mhm.
curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
Humans are really
By the
good at
way, the
throwing
earth is
things. They
flat.
love it.
By the way, earth is flat.
Listen, people in like the 1300s knew that the Earth was round. Okay, Columbus was just a weird racist guy who was like, "But what if the world was round?" And everyone was like, "Yes, we know
Yeah.
this. Why are you like
Yeah,
this?"
we killed Galileo over this.
Chris, why are you like this, my guy?
Yeah, no, but also it's like we killed Galileo over this, dude. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Because hey, the Enlightenment happened, and then the church was like, "All right, we
Yeah.
gotta be a bit more permissive." Because
Yes.
all of the people that do the best art
Mhm.
also talk the most about science. Because it turns out
Yeah.
that in order to draw a really sexy a really sexy statue of God, you really
Yeah.
gotta make sure you got good anatomy.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes, because again, if you I've been lucky enough to go to the Vatican and go to Italy and see the sculpture there,
Mhm.
and everyone is at peak fitness. I went there and I like to think I'm in
Mhm.
pretty good shape, and I'm like, damn, what am I doing, man?
Yeah, my veins are not popping.
Yeah, I'm not glistening marble where like you can trace
Yeah.
every single vein. What's the
Hmm.
point?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be disappointing.
I'm sorry that I've mostly been cracking jokes and not talking about film or anything, but again, that's why I'm an actor and
Yeah.
comedian because this is what I do.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. And getting back to the human evolution,
Mhm.
right? A lot of biologists believe that the consciousness was a misstep in evolution.
At so
Just
I
imagine that.
the thing is, you can argue forever, and I do mean forever, each way about do humans have free will? Are we just products of our biology? And while they're doing
Hmm.
that, I'm going to go get a burger and a milkshake because I like burgers and I like milkshakes. Because at the end of the
Hmm.
day, it doesn't matter whether or not I have consciousness or why I exist.
Hmm.
I'm going to try and enjoy the time that I have because the alternative sounds lame.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, do I want to?
Um.
It's, why I married my wife because I'm like, wow, I don't want to live a life where I don't ask her out.
Hmm.
It's why I try to do
Yeah.
everything I do because I don't want to be laying there where I'm like 78, like, I wish I had had more milkshakes. I don't want that.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah, but also it's like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter,
Mm.
as you said, right? But it's an interesting proposition that consciousness is a mistake or a misstep in evolution, because it surely looks like it.
I mean, the thing is, you have
because
consciousness,
because
but you
imagine
can also
this,
be
right?
sad, right? Sadness comes with the
Yeah.
package.
Yeah, definitely. But imagine this, right? No other animal or organism uh, has literally dominated every variable of environment known to this planet like humans have.
False. Trees. Hey, listen.
I don't think so, because trees are not there in Antarctic or Arctic.
I mean, not right
Humans
now,
are
but
there.
back when it was warmer, they were.
Yeah, but even if it's cold, human is sitting there
Yes, but
on
there's
a
okay,
daily
there's like
basis.
30 humans on Antarctica, all right? There's like 30 of them. And you know what? They're weird. Humans aren't supposed to be there. I'm good up
Yeah,
here.
definitely. We're not supposed to be in swamps either. We are not supposed to be
And
in
I'm
mountains,
gonna
but
get on
we are
my
there.
soapbox here again. Humans should not go to space.
Why?
Space is bad. And you might think, oh, but space
Yeah.
is full of wonder and adventure. Space is full of radiation that will kill you. When you go to space, you shrink
Uh-huh.
because there's no gravity, which also will slowly kill you. When you go to space, you start losing your eyesight because there's no air pressure and gravity to keep your eye goo stable because space is bad. Oh, you want to go to Mars? Mars is coated in perchlorate, which will replace the iodine in your thyroid and give you cancer. And also, it's statically charged, which means it's going to mess up most electronics. And also, getting to Mars is going to take at least 8 months. When was the last time you
Hmm.
spent 8 months with anybody? I spent 6 months in quarantine and nearly went crazy.
But Lawson, if you really think about it, people people used to travel from Asia to Europe through Silk Road months on end,
Yeah.
and on average, a typical Silk Road transport would take more than like 6 to 7 months, right, to reach the destination.
And you know what they had? You know what all those people have had? Beer, sunlight, gravity, presumably a loved one or two.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm fairly certain.
They probably
Listen.
they probably did not have beer.
No, I get beer was like the first human invention. All the people that worked in the pyramids were paid in beer because beer
Yeah,
is
I
safe
know.
to drink even when the water isn't. People have been drinking beer for millennia. And you know what? They're
Yeah,
not
but
gonna.
how
You
much?
can't pop a Heineken in space.
I don't know. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday, but I don't. I cannot see them being like, yeah, I'm gonna shotgun. I'm gonna
Lawson,
shotgun a
let me tell you
beer
this,
on
right?
the ISS.
Let me tell you this. When right, people were traveling, they had to create barrels to carry beer.
Yeah,
Right? They could not just carry beer. Right? I think it will be a similar thing in space that we will make something, right, that will be able to carry and address all the issues that
yes,
you are
I know that you listen.
concerned about.
Physically getting the beer to space is not the problem. The problem is that when you're on Mars, it's gonna take at least 8 months to get more beer. And when,
Yes.
hey, when was the last time you told someone, hey, yeah, man, I got you, we'll get you beer in 8 months? That's not how you build a good society.
Probably 14th century.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Humanity has evolved. You can go to Postmates
Yeah.
right now on your phone and get yourself a beer. You know,
Mhm.
15, like 30 minutes, you can have a beer in your hand. Because
Yeah, you guys are
that's
lame. You see, you guys take like 30 minutes.
okay, listen.
I can get it delivered in like 8 minutes.
Listen, I can also go and drive and purchase beer at many available facilities.
That's lame. That's
Okay,
lame.
okay, I also don't drink at home. I don't. If I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna.
Oh, I don't drink at
Yeah,
all
I don't
because
blame
of
you.
religious reasons.
But no, if I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna go drink around people. I don't want to drink at home because it's boring.
Dude, look at this. I hopefully it can.
Yeah,
Oh my god, Jesus.
no minimum
It's like
delivery in 8 minutes. Nice.
yeah, 8 minutes. I can get an iPhone in 8 minutes. And people call India as backward country,
Yeah,
like
I
undeveloped
would not
country.
be able to get that. So congratulations.
Thank you. We got like 4 apps right now, like that.
Listen, you guys
Yeah.
have like 4 times the population, and your stuff gets to you 4 times faster. You know, it works.
Yeah. It works. It somehow works. And Indian
Mhm.
election, right, is the largest democratic exercise in the world.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there is this forest,
Mhm.
right, where there are tigers, and there are like 4 people who live upon a hill.
Mhm.
Indian government set up like voting booths
For those people.
for those 4 fucking people on a fucking mountain.
Meanwhile, in the United States, you'll have polling places with people waiting for 6 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, because some people learned, hey, if you suppress the vote, then less people will vote, and then you don't need to spend as much money on ads.
Yeah, yeah.
If only half the
It's like
country
the
votes, then it doesn't matter. You know, you get to
yeah,
save 50% of your money.
yeah. I have a question though. Like when you guys set up your poll
Mm.
booths, right? Voting booths. Who is the person who is in charge of it? Like, are they like full time working?
A lot of times they
Who
are
are they?
volunteers. There is oftentimes a supervisor of
Okay.
elections, which is its own like
Yeah,
particular
yeah.
role.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and like they will be like at the top, and then they'll have like government workers working underneath them, and then
Got it.
contractors.
Because in India, right, I think there's one smart thing they did
Mhm,
is during election times,
mhm,
right, there are no volunteers, rather, it's school teachers.
mm. See, that would be
So,
great, but we don't get election day off. We have to. We can technically get like an hour off of work, but we don't get the day off.
yeah, you guys don't value democracy.
No, no. Again, the people that are in charge do not value the will of the people. That is like abundantly clear. Like they don't actually. Like it's why
I
they're like,
really
we need to
don't
ban
like,
TikTok because
yeah. Do you think it will get banned though?
I think that if it does get banned, there's going to be a copycat made in probably like 15 minutes.
No, no, I can tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
Because in India, 2019, TikTok got
Mm-hmm.
banned. In 2019, dude. And right now, there are like 15 fucking apps trying to compete. Just, I would say, 15 companies take 30% of the market share that TikTok enjoyed when it
Mhm.
was in India. Imagine.
Yeah.
If TikTok is gone, it's irreplaceable
Yeah.
because their algorithm is the best.
Listen, their algorithm
It's the best.
is so good for discoverability. Like, hey, I post
Yeah.
something and I know that 200 people will see it. Basically
Mhm.
guaranteed, so long as I'm not like doing anything crazy bad. And as long as I'm putting in
Mhm.
like minimal effort, I know 200 people will see it, at least at first. And that's a
Yes.
better deal than you'll get on YouTube. That's for damn sure.
Or
Or
Instagram.
Instagram,
Yeah.
or Twitter, or Threads, or
Yeah.
Blue Sky, which is like Twitter, but kind of boring. Um, listen, I want Blue Sky to be good. I really want Blue Sky to be good, but I go on Blue Sky and I'm
Mhm.
like, man,
It's boring.
it's like all the people that are like, I'm too good for Twitter,
Yeah.
and then it's like,
It's pompous pricks.
I mean, not entirely pompous pricks, but there is like
Mhm.
a lot
I
of the
mean,
fun of
they
Twitter
do
was
have
the
kind of,
mess. It's the mess of it.
yeah, exactly. Because on Twitter, everybody gets their gloves off and starts punching each other.
If everyone is
But
like
whereas
being like mildly respectful, then
heavy,
what you're not competing with Twitter.
it's
You're
for
just
fun.
competing with Earth.
Exactly. And that's why Reddit was fun until it went public.
Yeah.
Now Reddit is fucking dead.
Every most of my friends have been like, "Hey, I
Dude,
don't go on anymore."
I could, yeah, I could pull like, I would say 5 to 10
Mhm.
guests per post on Reddit,
Mhm.
like before it went public. Right now, I don't even post there. And even when I post, there's probably like some fucking nerd
Yeah.
responding.
It's just not good. It's not good for
Yeah.
for discoverability. It's not good for
Mhm.
like communities really.
No, but also it's like now people are afraid because it's a publicly traded company,
Yeah.
right? So, they cannot be as cheap as they were before,
Yeah. But
right?
like there's still like
Now,
tons of subreddits that like I used to visit that never came back
yeah,
after the Reddit blackout. They're like, "Nah, we're done."
exactly.
And they just never came
They're done.
back.
Yep.
It's like, "Okay, well,
Yeah.
goodbye."
But guess what? I don't think there will be any other social media that can replace Reddit ever.
If anything, is probably gonna be like a return to old school forums, like in the early two
Uh-huh.
thousands. You know, like the something like this.
Anon or something that's anonymous,
Well, not
right?
even anonymous, but like something awful. The something awful forums I've heard people talk about for years.
4chan.
I mean, that too, in a way. Like 4chan,
Have you been on 4chan?
it's been a long time, but I'm
Yeah.
familiar. But yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
something like that is probably like the best bet to replace Reddit. Although most likely it'll be
Yep.
like a microcosm. Right now we have Discords, right? Which are, hey,
Mhm.
they're
Yep.
basically subreddits that just got moved on to like private servers. I think that eventually what's going to happen is Discord is going to get enshittified. If you don't know what
Mhm.
enshittification means, listener, please look it up, because the enshittification of the internet is real and always happening. I like Discord. I do not trust that Discord's going to be good for long. I think within five
Yep.
years, it's going to be bad. Just like Snapchat is now bad and they're giving me ads everywhere. You know?
Mhm.
Um, I think we're going to go
Yeah.
back to like old forums. And hey, maybe these forums you're going to have to pay $5 a month in order to access. But you know what?
Worth
Hey,
it.
yeah, worth it to mean that I'm not going to get blasted with 100 ads and then get hit with, oh, hey, we're going to take all your data and feed it to an AI and we're not going to pay you a dime, even though we're making 10 million.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Mhm.
maybe that would be ideal. I mean, there was a
Yes.
social media site called Co-host that died
Mhm.
recently, which had sort of that conceit. It was like Tumblr,
Mhm.
but open source and nicer, and then it died because there
Mhm.
was no reason for people to put money into it. Um,
Now, if you look at GitHub,
mm,
right? Now, GitHub is also going through the crest of porn. Like people are literally posting like terabytes of porn on GitHub.
I'm not surprised. Um, I mean, GitHub storage is basically free. I have several projects on GitHub because, in addition to
Yep.
acting and comedy everything, I also know some web development stuff because I have zero chill.
Yes. I mean, what do you not know?
Hmm.
That's the question.
What do I not know? Hmm. I've made music, so I've
Yeah.
done that. I know how to paint and stuff. Um. Hmm. Hmm.
Are you sure you don't have ADHD though?
No, 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 no. I very much have ADHD. I was diagnosed at 7 when I was in the middle of a test, and I'm like, this reminds me of something from my book. And then I pulled out my book and started reading. No, I have ADHD. I am well aware. I
Yeah.
have simply learned to accept that having ADHD means that my brain is like a motorcycle and not like a four-door sedan. If I try to treat my brain like a four-door sedan, like a regular brain, I'm going to have a bad time.
Mhm.
Because a motorcycle is not a four-door sedan, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Hmm.
But you know what a motorcycle can do that a car can't? A backflip. And so I take pride in the fact that my brain can do backflips. I can be funny. I can learn stuff super quickly. I'm a very passionate person. And, I try to do what I enjoy. And a lot of people aren't like that. And so I try to be
Yep.
grateful. But I know I definitely have extreme ADHD. It's
Hmm.
I bear it
Got
every
it.
day of my life.
So, if people want to criticize you or talk to
People
you
want to hit me up.
or find you,
Um,
where do they do that?
So you can find me on Instagram at Lawson_Nuland. Lawson spelled LAWSON underscore NULAND. That is my name. I'm basically going as my name on basically everything. But I do occasionally stream on Twitch at Swagger Dragon, spelled exactly how you think it is spelled. I have Swagger Dragon as my handle because I came up with it when I was like 18 and it has never left me since. It is my curse that I must bear. But yeah, I'm Lawson Nuland everywhere and Swagger Dragon everywhere. So give me a follow or yell at me about how bad my opinions are. And
Yeah.
you can.
Hopefully, some people reach out
Yeah,
to you.
hey, you can. I'm okay with my opinions being bad. They're still my opinions. For example,
Yeah.
I think salads are bad. I think every
Yeah, you're getting too controversial now.
I think that every single salad would be better off as a sandwich.
Yeah, you might get cancelled on that.
I'm fine with it. That is a hill I will die on. I will die on that hill gladly. Salads are bad. I am not
Yes.
a rabbit. I am an omnivore. Give me some bread. Put it in some bread and
So,
give me some
guys,
sauce.
with that controversial take, which might get lost and cancelled, thank you so much for being here. It was a blast, speaking to you. And hopefully, in the coming year, we'll probably have you on once again when you have become a proper celebrity.
Fingers crossed. Please hire me to
Yeah,
be an actor in your project. I promise that I can tone it down.
no commitments, only promises.
Listen, I have a reel with my acting stuff on it. People can look it up, but they have to follow me first. I
Yes.
just tap my head 3 times and then pointed at the camera
Because
listener, which is a thing that's only
you know what I'll
it's
do,
only
Lawson?
visual, so it's really bad for an audio medium like a podcast. But you know what? I can't help it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'll put up a caption like modern problems require modern solution.
Yeah, I am my own subtitles.
Yeah. So, with that, guys, this is the end of the episode, and New Year is around the corner. So, don't go all character redefining and saying New Year, new me and stuff. Yeah, just be yourself and enjoy. your holidays, and hopefully next year um, we don't kill each other with nukes or something. Um, and Lawson is showing us two
Two
thumbs
thumbs
up.
up and a smile
Um,
like I'm at the dentist.
yeah, which means hopefully. So, until the next episode, thank you so much for supporting us on all the platforms or wherever you're listening to this. And take care. Bye bye.